The gasoline ghost. He left his parents' house late. Too late. The clock on the dashboard showed almost 1 a.m., the kind of hour when even the road feels different, unfamiliar. The asphalt ahead dissolved into darkness, as if someone were erasing it right in front of him. The forest along the highway was thick and black, like a living wall. His headlights carved out only a narrow corridor while everything beyond it pressed in from both sides. Sometimes it felt like the trees were leaning toward the road. Not suddenly, just slightly, but enough to create a creeping sensation in his chest, as if he wasn't driving alone. The fuel warning light had turned on several kilometers ago. The red indicator glowed calmly, too calmly, almost as if it knew there was no way out. "Great," he muttered, gripping the steering wheel so tightly his fingers turned white. The GPS was silent. His phone had no signal. The radio picked up only static, strange static that occasionally shifted, as if someone were trying to break through it. He turned it off. Silence felt less terrifying than that noise. The engine sounded uneven. Every vibration felt suspicious. 20 more minutes passed, stretching like an hour. The forest grew denser, darker. Shadows slid across the windshield, stretching into long shapes that looked like fingers. He caught himself afraid to blink, as if the moment he looked away, something would be too close. And then he saw the light. At first it was weak, flickering, as if someone were trying to signal him, or lure him. A few seconds later, a shape emerged from the darkness. A gas station. An old, lonely station stood off the road. One pump. A small building. A sign above the entrance with its name completely worn away. It didn't just look abandoned. It felt forgotten by reality itself. The light was yellowish and trembling, making his eyes ache. The lamps seemed to be working against their will. He felt relief. And, at the same time, a strange cold inside his chest. "Lucky me," he said, though his voice sounded unnaturally quiet. The tires crunched over gravel. At that exact moment, the light above the pump flickered violently, as if the station had noticed him. He stepped out of the car. The air felt different here, heavier, colder. The smell of gasoline was too sharp, unnatural. Beneath it lingered something metallic, something that made his stomach turn. He inserted the nozzle into the tank. Click. At first, everything seemed normal. Then the feeling came, as if someone was standing right next to him. Not behind him, not beside him, everywhere, inside this place itself. He slowly turned around. No one. But the silence had become thick, sticky, like tar. He looked back at the hose. The gasoline was black. Not dark, black, thick, and faint smoke rose from it, drifting not upward, but toward him. "What the—" He yanked his hand back. The lights above the station flickered violently. Bulbs cracked but didn't go out. The pump clicked, and the fuel stopped flowing. He squeezed the handle again and again. Nothing. Then he heard it. A sound. Soft. Rhythmic. Dripping. But not from the pump. From inside the building. He walked toward the cashier's booth. The door was open. Dim light glowed inside. "Hello? Anyone here?" he called out. No answer. Inside, the station looked frozen in time. Dust everywhere. Empty shelves. Old price signs, half torn away. Dark stains on the floor. Stains he didn't want to examine too closely. He took one more step. The door behind him slammed shut. The lights went out. For 1 second. When they flickered back on, a silhouette stood by the counter. Black. Featureless. No face. No eyes. But it was watching him. Cold rushed through his body as if something had touched him from the inside. Breathing became difficult. This isn't funny," he whispered. The silhouette moved. Slowly. Deliberately. As if savoring every step. He ran for the door. Pulled the handle. Locked. Slammed his shoulder into it. Useless. Behind him, the shadow drew closer. and with it came the overwhelming stench of gasoline. Thick, suffocating. His eyes darted to the floor. A metal object, a broken pipe or lever. He grabbed it and swung with all his strength. First hit, cracks. Second hit, the glass shattered. Cold night air hit his face. He burst outside and sprinted to the car. Jumped in. Turned the key. Nothing. Again. Still nothing. In the rearview mirror, he saw it. The silhouette was close now. It didn't run. It glided over the ground, leaving behind dark streaks like leaking fuel. "Come on. Start," he whispered. At the very last second, the engine roared to life. He slammed the gas pedal. Gravel exploded behind him. He didn't look back. The gas station vanished in the mirror, swallowed by the forest. He drove faster than he ever had before. No stops, no signs, just forward. That night he made it home much faster than he should have. Only once he was safe, trembling, did he step outside and check the fuel tank. It was full, completely full. The black gasoline was gone. The next time he drove that same road to visit his parents, he searched for the station. It wasn't there. No lights, no building, no turnoff, only the forest, dark, silent. And since then, he never refuels late at night, because he knows some gas stations don't take money as payment. They take fear.